Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you're new here, hello, welcome. I am the owner of Claim Your Magic, as well as a purpose and empowerment coach, really here to help you live your best life ever. So today I wanted to switch up the topics to something that is a little bit more in the realm of what I do for work. And so I wanted to talk to you about a concept called Ikigai. So before we dive into that, a really big, deep question I'm gonna ask you real quick is, do you know what your life purpose is? I feel like a lot of times we are searching our whole lives trying to look for it or trying to find the answer, when in reality, I don't think there really is one answer. I think that maybe there is a overarching mission that you want to accomplish, but there are different avenues and vehicles that you will go and accomplish them. But before I got to this point in my life of becoming a coach and wanting to support other people in finding their purpose in the world, I was lost, just like almost every other 20-something-year-old person. Up until, I would say, 5 years ago, I was doing the traditional route. I went to school, went to college, got a 9-to-5 job. I was getting promoted. I was getting raises. And, for the most part, I was doing everything by the book, which wasn't horrible, but I was miserable. Like, I was in a company that just wasn't really filling my cup. They weren't filling most people's cup for the matter, but we won't go into that. But I really truly feel that I wasn't meant to be here. Like, I was meant to do something else, but I just didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do next. I was a project manager for almost 4 years of my life. And up to that point, it was probably like a little over a year. And I remember being like, what the fuck am I going to do next? Am I going to be in project management? Am I going to be in telecom? Because that was also the field I was in. What's next? And so I was basically perusing YouTube while I was working, and I came across this topic called Ikigai. I believe it was by 𝐈𝐧 𝐏𝐿𝐴. She made a video about it, and it is what really shifted the trajectory of my life. I think it really did shift the paradigm of how I wanted to see my life, upon a number of other things, but this is something that I feel really concretely made me see that I could do something else, that I did not need to use my business degree to make money. And so I'm just gonna break down Ikigai for y'all, because this is really simple, the questions are very simple to ask yourself, but in overall, like, answering the major question of your life purpose, it does take a little bit of time to think through. So the first question that you ask yourself, because basically there's 4 Venn diagram. The way that I've seen it online is that there's usually 4 Venn diagram circles, and where it meets in the middle is your life purpose. And so the first circle is going to be, what do you love? So that can mean, like, what do you love doing? What are your interests? What do you love about yourself? Like, really just getting deep into, like, the things that you love doing and, like, you would get out of bed and not get paid to do every day. I think that's one of the ways that I see it, is that, like, what could you do and get up and be excited about, and you don't have to, feel like you're wasting time doing them. And then the next question is asking yourself, what are you good at? And so that can mean, what are you good at, like, with, certain traits, certain personality things, like, are you organized? Are you someone who is a good listener? Really just paying attention to, what are the things that people can compliment you on, or you've been complimented on, or even received achievements for. Are there any sort of artistic talents? Are there things that you're talented in that most other people aren't? Like, can you draw? Can you paint? Can you dance? Those types of things, I would say, are things that you can say you're good at. The third question is asking yourself, what can you get paid to do? And so that kind of plays into the career path part of the life purpose aspect of it, which is like, what are, like, jobs you've done in the past that you have been paid to do? What are career paths that you are interested in learning about or interested in moving into? Or what are things that maybe someone would pay you to literally do? Like, if you're like I said, if you're really organized, like, have people approached you to help them be like a virtual assistant, or, a planner, some kind of like event planner, something like that? Thinking about those aspects. And the last question you ask yourself is, what does the world need more of? And that can mean a whole slew of things. To be really honest with you, like that was probably like one of the harder questions for me to answer, because it's like the world needs a whole lot of things. But for this question, I would suggest thinking about what are the things that the world needs more of that that really, one, mean something important to your heart. Like, is there any specific causes? Are there any sort of sort of movements that are happening that you want to be a part of to create change in the world? And yeah, thinking about what ways in which that you personally want to spend time, money, energy into improving in the world. And so those are the 4 things. And there should be a graphic in the editing, blah, blah, blah. But the 4 will intersect in the middle. And a lot of times, I think that's where we find the hard part, because you can get 1 or 2 circles, or you can get 2 or 3 circles that intersect, but finding all 4 can be a little difficult sometimes, right? And so a big tip that I would say when you're thinking about these topics is like asking people how they would fill this out about you. Because I think a lot of times we are our biggest blind spot. We do not realize how amazing we are, all the things that we're good at, all the things that we love. Because sometimes I just don't even, like, for me, when I filled it out, I didn't realize there were things that I could do for work that my significant other or my best friend were like, yeah, you could be a YouTuber, you could be an influencer, you could be like an event planner, you could be a coach. And like, that's clearly where I ended up. And so thinking about it in that respect and just taking your time with it. And I think this is, like I said, it does take time to really think through, but it is a really beautiful process, because it definitely allows you to get to know yourself on a deeper level than you probably have really never thought through. Or maybe this is a more deeper dive into, parts of yourself that you maybe have not visited in a while, and I feel like a lot of times we feel complacent with how our life is. Not saying that you are, but it's a pretty common thing within our human existence in society. And so take your time with that, think through this. And something I want to share in relation to the concept of Ikigai, I'm actually hosting my next course, which will be going live on February 22nd. Called In Purpose. And a really big foundational piece of this course is going through the steps of Ikigai. But I wanted to make this a little bit more sacred. That's the word I want to use. I really wanted to make it a more sacred container and really dive deep into more than just these 4 questions, but really thinking about, the shadow aspects of each of these 4 questions, and thinking about in what ways have you been holding yourself back? In what ways do you feel like you're not able to step fully in your purpose? Because here's the thing, like, most of the time when people are in their purpose, are serving their mission, are doing really big things, or want to accomplish big things in the world, other people are gonna feel real uncomfortable. And some people are gonna be super motivated on the other hand of that. And so a really big thing of this course is really just diving deep into your truth, and really understanding within yourself, what is it that you want to accomplish in the world, and being able to trust your decisions and deciding what is it that you want to show up as. Who do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish? What impact do you want to make on this earth for years to come after you've maybe even gone away, So this course is really, really fun. I am super excited to host it. So this course is going to be containing 5 self-paced modules, and within these modules there's going to be a mix of audio recordings with transcriptions, as well as some really deep dive journaling soul work, as I like to call it, as well as a video integration towards the end of the course, which is really just to really bring it all together for you, as well as some deep meditation tracks to really tap into the subconscious mind and really just get to that place of understanding that it is safe for you to show up in your power, that it is safe for you to be in purpose, this state of being that is here to shake the fucking world. That's really all I'm here to do, is to awaken within every person that they have that power to shape the world. So if this is something that calls to you, definitely check out the link in the description box below, as well as if you feel called to enroll, definitely come join me. I want to connect with you. I want to help support you in this journey, because I know how difficult it can be when you're deciding, what is it that I want to do next? What is it that calls to my soul? So I'm here with you. I'm here to walk with you. So that is all I have. As well as if you have any questions, if you actually you're journaling out this as we were going through the video, I would love to hear what you came up with your question, or the answers from the questions that you went through. And yeah, leave them in the comments below. And that's really it. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.